Hello, Gemini. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing a general reading. So let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Gemini. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. On the bottom is unblock me. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock me, literally or energetically, so we can speak. I have a lot to say. So it definitely looks like someone's wanting to apologize here, wanting to reach out. Let's get the graffiti cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Messages for Gemini. Have fishing, casting hope, wishing for success, patiently waiting for opportunities or something better. Financially using you, financial abuse, controlling income and expenses, hiding or hoarding money. And party animal, life of the party, social butterfly, in the scene, in the streets, having more fun and abundance. On the bottom is full of air, says a lot while saying nothing at all. Okay. So what this seems like is someone here is wanting to apologize. What I feel like is the one who's dealing with this person doesn't feel like they're sincere. Like this could be someone who, takes advantage. This does seem like someone who is taking advantage of someone else. It seems like financially, it could be in order to party, um, or whatever they do. But this could be someone, whenever someone gets mad at them, they apologize and then the cycle just repeats. Let's get some more. So we're going to get the yin yang oracle. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Messages for Gemini. Chemistry and passion. Renewal and spark. Messages and dreams. Yeah, this is someone who's wanting to start over. On the bottom is storm and unexpected. This feels to me like someone who causes the one dealing with this a lot of burdens. It feels like there is an air of irresponsibility here within this person. And it seems like the things they do causes a lot of problems for the other person. The one who is wanting to, they just feel like immature, irresponsible, kind of like Knight of Wands energy. All right, so let's get started with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Gemini. Have the moon in reverse, Pisces energy. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The 6 of coin in reverse. Yeah, it's something has been revealed where there's an imbalance here, lack of equal give and take. It's not going in someone's favor. On the bottom is the King of Swords in reverse. So this person that could be Gemini as well. But this person could tell lies. This feels like someone who takes advantage of someone else financially, whether it's one person or a lot of people, and they say whatever they need to say to get what they want. They do whatever they need to do to get what they want. And then when it's been revealed that they've deceived the other somehow, or took advantage of them somehow, they try to apologize and play it in their favor so they get forgiveness so the cycle can repeat. This is just immature behavior. And what this is showing up as is the one who's dealing with this is saying, this isn't working out for me. What this person is doing is not good for me. So this feels like an energy of someone who's ready to put their foot down in this situation. Moon in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Six of Coin in reverse. Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Five of Swords in reverse. It's the issue here. What this is bringing up is the cycle. This person does whatever they do, they ask for forgiveness, and then it starts all over again. There's some kind of relation here. I mean, this could be a love relationship, it could be family, but that's why the cycle repeats, is because there's some kind of close relation here. There has been something revealed in regards to the home, family, stability. Like I said, it could have to do with finances. This person has deceived the other somehow in regards to, it's in a financial way. And what this is showing to me, like, this person, there's not an equal give and take here, but yet I can't turn my back on this person. Or I feel as though, and this is for the one dealing with this, they feel as though they can't turn their back on this person. Four of Wands, the Hierophant, Five of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. And Eight of Cups. Yeah. See, the feeling here is, for the one who's dealing with this, is if I wasn't so close to this person, then I would walk away. So the one who's dealing with this feels like, because there's some kind of close kinship, whether it's love, family, friends, whatever, they feel like they can't turn their back on this person. This person done something. They either stole or took advantage, manipulated. They've done something here, and it's in regards to finances, the home, family, something. They done something here that was revealed behind the one who's dealing with this back. And the one who's dealing with this feels like they can't take action, even though things aren't going in their favor, because of the relation they have with this person. They feel like they can't take action. If they could, they would walk away from this person. This feels to me like a lack of boundaries. We'll see. I feel like someone just feels like they can't put their foot down. You can definitely set some hard boundaries here with this person without cutting them out. If whoever is dealing with this is worried about the other walking away by them setting boundaries, then that tells you all you need to know there about the other person. It's feeling to me like this is a very one-sided situation, like where the one dealing with this is taking the brunt of what someone is dealing to them because they care about them, which the thing is if the shoe was on the other foot, this person is not willing to go that extra mile for the one they're doing this to. I feel like that may need to be a realization here. Tell me about the overall energy for Gemini. The heart, yeah, the relationship. Four Wands, it's also marriage. This could be a marriage. It's definitely an unbalanced relationship. There is definitely a lack of equal give and take here in this situation. The birds, this is family or gossip. It's talking a lot about the connection or the relationship that the one dealing with this has with the other. And that's a lot of the reason why someone puts up with what they put up with here. Stork, a new beginning, child, or pregnancy. So this could be a family situation where a parent's dealing with a child dealing with a parent. Um, but could also be talking about someone wishing they could walk away and start something new in this unbalanced situation, or even I wish this person would stop being the way they're being. I wish we could walk away from this where there's an imbalance and start over fresh and new where this person wasn't this way. Either way, it's clear that the situation the way it is not working out. So tell me about the situation for Gemini. I have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. The Lovers, Gemini energy. And the King of Coin in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. What I feel like is for the one that is doing this to the other, they're taking their kindness for weakness. And for the one that's dealing with this, they're allowing this to happen. The one who's dealing with this is like, it feels like enabling to me. They're enabling this behavior. And it could be due to some kind of guilt that the one dealing with this has in regards to something to do with the other, or it could be, not wanting to ruffle any feathers. There could be a lot of reasons here why someone is being complacent with the other, taking advantage of them. I feel like the indication here is that this needs to stop, that someone needs to put their foot down, uh, because whoever is dealing with this is dealing with this knowing that this person is this way. It's enabling their best. The one dealing with this is enabling their behavior. They're financially irresponsible. They're unstable. The Magician, the Lovers, King of Coin in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. Two of Wands, choice. And yeah, Judgment in reverse. This is like not using good judgment. This almost feels to me like the one dealing with this feels some sort of guilt about something that happened, and that's why they enable this behavior. The energy feels to me, and I'm not saying this is how it is, but the way it feels to me is like a spoiled child, like someone who, because they feel some sort of guilt, like whether it's because parents divorced or like something like that, the one dealing with this feels some sort of guilt towards the one who's behaving this way, so they enable this behavior, and it's saying that needs to come to an end. The perspective that the one that's dealing with this has in this situation, that needs to change. Five of Cups in reverse, Two of Wands, Judgment in reverse. There's some sort of fear here. I can't quite put my finger on it. But the reason the one dealing with this is enabling the other is due to something that the one dealing with this is feeling in regards to this person. They feel some sort of obligation to continue this for some reason. Eight of Wands in reverse. Ten of Swords. Yeah, once again, Ten of Swords is something coming to an abrupt end. Not a cups in reverse, not offering support. It's saying that the one dealing with this is not helping the other by enabling them. The one who's doing this could like constantly ask for money. It's like they see the other as a nonstop ATM. Um, it's saying as long as this continues the way it is, it's not going to stop. And the one who's going to pay the price for that is the one that's dealing with this. It's not going to be the one who's creating this problem. It's going to be the one that's dealing with this if they don't put a stop to it. Tell me about the situation for Gemini. Scythe, cutting something or someone out. See, it's saying action needs to be taken. There's something that's not being said here, and it's saying if whatever isn't being said is said, there won't be regret or disappointment here. It's saying that boundaries need to be put in place here. Something needs to be cut out. This feels to me like it's trying to say this person needs to be cut off financially. The coffin, yeah, once again, a harsh ending. The coffin is an ending. Making a choice, it's saying it's your choice, but if you don't want to go down, if you're the one dealing with this, you don't want to go down on this ship that someone else is sinking, then there needs to be a choice made to put an end to this. Whip and broom, stress, anger, anxiety. It's saying because this behavior, the one who's dealing with this has stress, anger, anxiety, and it's because they're angry at what this person is doing, but at the same time, they're enabling it. This is without a doubt a feeling of someone who enables the other, even though it's wrong, in order to keep them happy. It feels to me, and the analogy I keep getting is like when there's a spoiled child and you keep giving them what they want to keep them from throwing a fit. And that's what I feel like is happening here. The one that's dealing with this person keeps giving them what they want to keep them happy. But the only person who's suffering here in regards to this is the one that's dealing with it. So, and it's saying that continuing this behavior is not going to benefit anyone at the end of the day. It's not benefiting it. This person may think it's benefiting them because they're pretty much getting a free ride, getting whatever they want, but it's not benefiting them. What's going to happen if the one who's dealing with this is no longer around or no longer able to give them whatever they want? This is not teaching this person good life skills, no matter what their age is. Um, and this person who's doing this is not seeing the other as an individual. They're seeing this person as, what can you do for me? I'm just concerned about what you can get from me. There's no emotion here in regards to the relationship. It's transactional. And all this is going back on to the one that's dealing with this. They're the ones that's suffering because this is continuing. So it's like it's saying it just needs to come to an end. Um, and the one dealing with this needs to end it despite how the other's going to feel about it. Tell me about the outcome for Gemini. Ace of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands. Seven of Swords. Death and ending. See, it's showing up like avoidance. Once again, the one who's dealing with this knows exactly what they should do or what they need to do, but the thing that stops them from this is something to do with this person, the reaction, how it's going to affect the relationship, and this the one who's dealing with this is being a martyr in order to keep the other happy, and that needs to stop. The one who's dealing with this needs to focus on their happiness and their self-love. It If this person, the one who's doing this, is not enriching your life or doing things to make your life better, then there needs to be, at the very least, boundaries set here. Because this person here, and it's because it's a learned behavior. The one dealing with this has taught the other, yeah, you can continue to take and take and take from me, and I'll continue to give and give and give. So this cycle needs to be broken in order for this person to understand that this is no longer acceptable. And what I feel like is the one dealing with this, I don't want to call him a pushover. It feels like pushover energy. It feels like the one dealing with this allows this person, they may not allow anyone else to push them over, but they do this person. Or it's just very passive energy. It's like this person does not want to stand their ground, or um and that needs to come to an end. Now, this could be a situation where, if you're not the one dealing with this, or you're not the one doing this could be someone in your circle that's dealing with this. Ace of Wands in reverse, Three of Wands, Seven of Swords. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Chariot. It's just indicating that the one dealing with this needs to no longer avoid the obvious, the inevitable, because the one who's doing this is going to bleed this situation dry. They're going to drain the other till they're empty of until they have nothing left. And I feel like if the one dealing with this does not stand their ground, they're going to allow this to happen. This energy may emotionally manipulate the other to make them feel some sort of guilt, to make them feel like they have to do something here. Either way, this is a very toxic relationship. And the one dealing with this needs to take their power back, needs to take control over this situation. Because right now, the one who's taking advantage has all the control, and they know that. Even the one who's dealing with this knows that. And it's saying there's nothing going to change, and nothing will definitely improve until there's a stop put to this. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Chariot. It seems to me like the one dealing with this is like waiting on the other to change somehow. And the thing is this, if it's working for this person, why would they want to change? They're not going to. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Seven of Cups in reverse. There's no option here. This is something that can't be avoided. And the reason it can't be avoided is because it's going to continue to get worse. It's saying there needs to be clarity here that this person is not going to, I feel like the one dealing with this is hoping for change. And it's saying, um, yeah, see, it's like this fishing card, casting hope, wishing for success, patiently waiting for opportunities or something better. So the one dealing with this is just waiting and hoping that there'll be change. And it's saying that's never going to come. This things are working out too well for this person who's taking advantage for them to want to change anything. The person who's going to have to make the change is the one who doesn't want to do it. It's saying this person is not learning, the one who's doing the thing is not learning any lessons here. They're not learning anything from this. So therefore it's going to continue. Tell me about the outcome. The key, getting answers. Yeah, it's saying they're not learning their lesson here. They're not learning any lessons by what's happening here. The lily is peace. Yeah, it's saying in order for the one dealing with this to have peace, they need to have clarity that nothing's going to change here. The only way, and I'm telling you, the one that's dealing with this wants this to end. They see that they're drowning in what this person is putting them through, but they don't want to be the one to take the action to say, this is enough. I've had enough. I'm putting it into it. For whatever reason, there's definitely a reason. It feels like emotional. There's something within the one dealing with this is the reason why they can't cut this person off or shut this person down or put an end to this. But it's saying for the one dealing with this, if you want peace, this must happen. You must be the one to put an end to this. The snake, that's deception. See, this is saying avoiding this is not going to change anything. You must move forward and no longer avoid this. Put an end to this. If you're the one dealing with this, whoever's dealing with this needs to put an end to it. I mean, the choice is yours. For the one who's dealing with this, the choice is yours. You can continue, but the thing is if you continue with the way things are, they're not going to change and they're only going to get worse. This person will drain you until there's nothing left. Tell me about the advice for Gemini. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Queen of Coin in reverse. I'm telling you, that's what this is saying. It looks to me like it's trying to indicate that's already what has begun. Is It's the beginnings of this person draining the other of everything they have, and it's saying there's worry here. Someone, the one who's dealing with this, is worried about creating this harsh ending, but you're losing everything. You know, once this person has taken everything from you and you can no longer give to them, they're going to go elsewhere. They're not going to be here to help you pick up the pieces of what they've destroyed. That's what I'm trying to indicate here. There is not an equal give and take. What one will do for the other will not do for the one dealing with this. It's not equal. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Queen of Coin in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. And the Nine of Swords on the Queen of Coins. See, this is someone who's worried about their finances, saying that someone's not using their intuition in regards to what they're worried about when it comes to their finances. It's saying that whoever is dealing with this knows they know what they need to do, but there's too much fear here in doing it because they're worried about this person separating themselves from the one that's dealing with this. For some reason, the one that's dealing with this can't see their love for this person is blinding them in regards to this person's actual behavior. And once again, it feels to me like the one who's dealing with this feels some sort of guilt, like they have to martyr themselves to this person because of some sort of guilt of something they feel they've done in the past. And that's not how that works. Uh it, Regardless of whether something happened in the past or not, that doesn't give anyone the right to take advantage and manipulate and drain you dry of your finances. High Priestess in reverse, Hermit in reverse, Nine of Swords, King of Cups in reverse, Ten of Wands, the Empress, the Empress, it's wife, mother energy. She also receives. This is saying exactly this person, I'm telling you, this one who's doing this emotionally manipulates the other. So they make them feel guilty. I feel like there's some sort of past situation here where this person already feels guilty, but in order for this person to get what they want, they use that towards the other in order to get what they want. They guilt the other about it's something to do with something from the past. And the advice is saying that it's going, as long as the one dealing with this continues, allows it to continue, it's going to continue. And the only thing, and the way this ends is both people are just destitute. So it's saying for the one dealing with this to not go down with the ship that someone else started sinking. Because this person with that sinking ship that they started sinking, that they sunk, they're going to jump in the lifeboat and leave the other person there on the sinking ship. Tell me about the advice for Gemini. The ring, commitment. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's talking a lot about commitment, which could be a marriage, but it's talking about the commitment that one has to the relationship. The one dealing with this has to the relationship. And you can be committed to someone in the relationship, but it doesn't mean you have to lose yourself and everything you have in the process. That's not love. That's not commitment. That's martyring yourself. The letter, this is about text or emails. It can be a signed document or divorce. This is communication. Putting the Ten of Swords, it's about putting an end to this. But the one dealing with this is feeling burdened about being separated from this person. The issue here is whoever's dealing with this needs to get past this, because if the only person who's holding on to the relationship or keeping this person with them is the one person, this isn't a true relationship. It's extremely one-sided. One person is doing all the things to even keep this relationship together. Because once that this person, the one who's dealing with this, stops doing these things, the other is gone. And that's not a true relationship, no matter what the relationship is. fish. This is money and resources once again. This strongly feels to me, it's indicating like it could be a love relationship. This feels strongly to me like a relationship between a parent and a child. What it feels to me like is a parent feels some sort of guilt. So they give their child, without consequence, they give their child whatever they want. And now it's become a cycle of this child taking and taking. And if the parent tries to go against what they want, then they're going to start guilting them. Well, you remember when yada yada, this, that, and the other. And in turn, that makes the parent want to give because they feel bad about whatever happened in the past. And it's a vicious cycle, and it's a toxic relationship. And it's saying that the for the one dealing with this, the best thing that could happen is to put an end to this, despite what may happen in the relationship. Because if this person walks away, it tells you a lot about the dynamics of the relationship to begin with. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Gemini. This fell out. Dilemma. Dilemma is a situation of difficult choices, leaving you feeling torn. When a dilemma arises, it reminds you to examine the issue from multiple perspectives and look for hidden opportunities. You will always find a way out, even if it seems difficult at the moment. Now, that's explaining a lot of what I was saying. On the bottom is release. Release is the process of letting go of emotions or material things that no longer serve you, making space for new opportunities. Release does not mean giving up, but giving yourself the chance to begin again. Yeah, I don't think the one who's dealing with this realizes what kind of prison, especially mental prison, they have themselves in. And by putting an end to this, I don't think the one dealing with this realizes how much freedom they're going to feel, um, by putting an end to this. Messages for Gemini. Trick. And on the bottom is intention. See, it's talking about this person here. Their intention is to trick the other into giving them what they want. So it's really saying for the one dealing with this, don't allow this person to mentally and emotionally manipulate you into in into this toxic relationship, because that's what it is. All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.